Hello and welcome friends. Today in this video I'm going to develop a blast the balloon game. Blast the balloon game. So this is that game which we gonna develop in further videos. So I will just show you the demo of it. This is that initial screen and these are some score lives and high scores. There are two buttons like start and end. If you want to end that game, you can directly click on end, and if you want to start, you can click on start. It's obvious, right? So this is the game where you have to just click on that particular balloon. It's like a balloon. Just circles are assumed to be a balloon, like yeah. So if I click on that circle, if I miss, lives will be get reduced by one, and if lives become zero, then game will be going to over. Okay. So if you click on that particular balloon, if you blast that balloon actually, then score will be increased by one. If you missed, your life will be get reduced by one. So this was the whole process, and your high score will be going to save after the end of the game at the high score point, right? So let's start with the game. So as you can see, like that you can play. Okay. So as you can see, game is over because my life got at zero. Now again, all things got like reset. So if you want to start again, so you can start. Let's see if I get zero score, then high score will be remain 10 because in previous I have played and got 10 as a score. So that will be my high score. Okay. So this is the whole game. I hope you like that game, and if you like that, hit like button. And if you're new to my channel, then please do subscribe to my channel and press the black bell icon, which is very important for you to get new notifications of new videos, right? Why I'm telling press that bell icon, because I'm going to make this whole blast the balloon game videos in parts. So if I upload that new video, so you will getting a notification due to that particular bell icon. So it is very important for you, right? So let's move on and see what will be the flow of creating the whole game. This is the flow. I'm going through this flow throughout this tutorial. This is the first video, or I must say first part of that video, where I'm going to tell you about game window, how to create a particular game window using Pygame. And we are going to initialize whatever the required variables like colors, whatever the screen parameters, screen variables are required like width and height. These all variables and whole game window will be initialized. Initialization will be done on first part, and this is the very important part for everyone, because for to start in Pygame, you must have to learn game initialization window, right? So this is very important part for everyone. Next part will be going to start. We will going to start with the actual game development of Blast the Balloon, right? Second part we gonna see Blast the Balloon game, displaying the balloons on that window, right? Whatever the game window we have developed. And next part we gonna see like handling the clicks on the balloon. As you have seen that if anyone click on that balloon, it get blasted, or if if anyone misses that click, then life will be get reduced by one. That will be covered in this part. And next part will be simple handling game over window. Like this is that game over window. If game overs, then you should see that particular this window like start and end. This window will be developed in fourth part I must say. Next part will be about adding sound and gameplay. Gameplay is like playing game again to show you, yeah, we done with that whole stuff, whatever the game we want to build, right? So this will be our whole flow about the game. Without wasting much more time, let's get started to first video of it, which is nothing but creating a game window and initializing all required variables for to develop that game. So this is the whole stuff. I'm going to give it in my GitHub repo. So from there you can download this whole thing, and let's get started. And please keep that whole stuff in one particular folder. Like these are the some music sound video like blast, pop sound, and game over sound. This whole stuff will be in my GitHub repo. From there you can easily download. So please name that file like blast the balloons .py. Okay. So please create this file which names like blast the balloon .py. Okay, fine. So from here we can start with our game development. So be ready. Yeah. So for to develop any Python Pygame, we need one module called as Pygame, right? Because we need one Python thing. I assume like everyone having that Python installed in their systems. So let's start with installing the Pygame module. For to install a Pygame module, you just need to write, you just want to go here and click on terminal. You will getting this window. Oh, just a second. I did wrong thing. Yeah. You need to type like pip install Pygame. Just this word, this thing you need to type, and you will definitely land up to installing Pygame. Okay, so yeah, it started. As you can see, it's saying me already requirement satisfied because I have already downloaded that Pygame. If in your case, it will not show the already requirement satisfied. If you not downloaded already, it will be get downloaded, and you can write. After download, you can start with code with me, right? So let's start development right now. So for to develop that particular game, we need some imports. Like first we need to import Pygame, which we have already downloaded. So I have imported that Pygame. We need to import a random module, random library for to just randomly position that balloon in that game window. Then we need one module called as sys module, is nothing but system module for to exit from the game. And next model we need like which is time model for to manage time related stuff like controlling the speed of balloon, etc. thing are managed by time model. So it's very important model. And yeah, that's it. So these are the some models we needed. I think time model will be not required, but let's keep it here. And next we need like some variables like width and height. So screen parameters, I name it as screen parameters. Screen parameters. Like we need width. Width will be 800 and height will be about 600. So everyone should give this width and height so that your game also will be look like me. So everyone has to give that, right? Next, colors. We need colors for, as you've seen, like balloons are going getting a random colors as get position in different positions. So that color are getting from these variables. So we need colors like red color. As you seen that particular font are looking in red colors due to these variables. So we need to initialize that variables. Actually, colors are stored in the form of tuples. Like let's see, I will let you know how will be they are going to store in the form of tuple. As you can see, I have given three values like 255, 0 and 0. What that value means? The values are like RGB colors. R for R I have given 255 value. For G I have given 0 value, and for B I have given 0 value. What RGB means? So let's see. RGB nothing but red, green and blue. What? Red, green and blue. So we can specify values from 0 to 255 for red. Same for green 255. Same for what blue, right? So these are the values for these are the value ranges for RGB. I have given 255 to red, so this color will be going to red. So this is the whole concept about colors in Python Pygame. So you need to give in the form of RGB and in the form of tuple. This is a tuple of three values. Okay. So let's see next, light gray. So next color is light gray. Its value is 255 or 225, sorry, 225, 225, 225. This is the value. Again we need one more light gray color. Again we need one more light gray color. So gray. Okay, light gray. What I'm doing, light gray. Okay, I'm copying this thing. I'm naming it as like light gray 2. So I can differentiate between them. 220, 220, 220. So it will be more lighter than above light gray because its value is lighter. Okay. Next, I need violet color. Violet color. Its value is from 148, 0, 211. Next, indigo. 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 Okay. For indigo, we have values like 255, 0, 130. Okay. You can get these values from internet. Just type like color name and just write give me the RGB value of indigo, RGB value of violet. You will definitely get that values. Okay, it's very easy. I have already found out all the values, so I am writing them. So I hope you got where from where I am writing. Right, I have just downloaded. I have just got from internet. So not fancy stuff you need to do. Just go on internet and type whatever the color you want. So it's blue color. So blue is like this. It's very easy. Like for blue, you just need to go up to 255 and other will be 0 so that it will create a blue color. For green, same we can create like for green, we just need to type like as you can see 0. Green will be 255 obviously and 0. So it will create a green color. Very simple, right? Next color will be yellow. Yeah, next color will be yellow. So what are the values for it? 255, 255 and 0, right? Next color will be going to orange, orange. So what are the values for orange? 255, 127 and 0. So we are done with color initialization. Just yeah, we are done with color initialization. We just need to create a one more variable which will be nothing but a list to store all the variables, all the colors in one particular thing. So we are going to create one list which names as colors list. So colors list. I will be telling you where we are going to use this colors list. Okay. So colors list. Let's red. Just put it in that whole color variable. Just put it in this list. Nothing more. Just skip this gray color. Just skip that gray color and put all the colors in that list. I will be let you know where we are going to use this. Okay. So don't worry about it. Just put it yellow and next color will be orange. So I think we have done with 7 colors, right? Yeah, 7. So we are going to use these colors for to randomly give the colors to the balloon. So this is the use case of it, giving random color to balloon. So this is the use case of it. Yeah, I guess you got the point where we are going to use this, right? So right now we need to set up our game window. This is the very crucial and very important part where we need to focus on. So let's give me the name for let's define the variables which are needed for to initialize the game window. So I will name as game initialization variable. Game initialization variables. Like we need one variable called as running. Okay, we running. Okay, running, which will be true. Which will be always true. Where we will be going to use that, I will let you know further. Just write that. Just write that. We need one more variables like we need font sizes. Like first font size will be font size. First font size will be 30. Second font size will be font size. Initialization screen font size you can write directly. Like it will be very easier. So to get in whole development screen font size. Okay. This is the next video, next font, which of size 40. These are the some steps we need before to start with the whole game development. So let's initialize the game window right now. For to do that, we need to just type one thing, like pygame dot init. Init means initialize. It's very important. Just type pygame dot init. It's giving me error. Why? It's giving me error. Actually, I have imported this thing. Yeah, it done is solved. Actually, I guess due to some compiler issue. So forget about that. Whatever happened. So this is the thing we need to initialize. Like pygame dot init. It initializes all the stuffs, all the functions, all the things required to develop the game. So this is the whole line which is going to initialize the whole game. Okay, so just type that. Next very important line is like Pygame. Just type Pygame dot. There we will see one suggestion like display. Yeah, display. Uh, yeah, my suggestions are not working right now. Yeah, yeah, display dot. There will be one option like set screen or set mode. Yeah, set mode. Where here you need to set your screen size. Like we have already defined two variables like width and height. This will be going to our screen size. Here we need to set that thing so that we can get that initialization screen window. This is the thing. This is the very important thing for to get that window. Yeah. So pretty much easy. So just we need to add width and height in the form of tuple. As you can see, coordinate they have given in the form of tuple 0 0. So we need to pass tuples like width, comma, height. Okay, this much thing we need to do. Next, we need to add. Let's store this thing in the form of screen. Okay, so this will be going to be further used in game development. Next thing we need to do is like we need to give the caption to our game window. So for to do that, just type pygame.display dot. Here you can see one option like set something, set caption. Yeah, set caption. Here you need to add title. As you can see here, they are suggested in the format of string. So we need to give the title in the format of string. Let's give the title like blast the balloon, blast the balloon. So it is the whole game we are going to develop, right? So this is the name of it. And yeah, this is the whole initialization, game initialization variables and whatever the stuff required for game initialization. So see, after writing this much code, what will be going to happen? So I'm going to run this code. See it very properly. You will see one screen will get pop up and immediately get closed. Just observe properly. You will see one window has come in and automatically get closed. So why this happened? This happened because these two codes, because of these three lines. Pygame.init initializes all the classes which are available in that Pygame, all the variables, all the attributes, all the methods, everything are get initialized using Pygame dot init method. Then there is a method called at display set mode. It's going to create that window, whatever the window is came in after running that game. That window is created by using this. That's why I call that whole stuff as a screen. So because it's creating a window, yeah, of size width into height. Next is Pygame.set display. Set caption is basically used to give the caption for that particular window. But thing is that while running that game, that window is not persisting. So we need to make it persist so that after clicking on that close button, it will get turned off, close. So how we can do this? So for to do this, we need to use one concept called as game loop. So we need to create a game loop so that we can persist that window until that any person click on that particular close icon, then only get that window gets closed. So how we can do this? For to do this, we have created one variable as you already seen called as running. This is that variable which we are going to use as a game loop. So how we can implement that game loop? Let's see. For to implement that game loop, as name suggests, we need a loop, right? So we need a while loop because we don't know when we want to terminate that thing. If we know where we are going to terminate, then definitely we are going to use for loop, but we don't know about where we are going to terminate that loop. So I have used while loop. So I am giving condition like while running. So every time when I run that game, it basically going to be a true. So it's running always true. So I need to stop somewhere. So where to stop? So there is a condition like if any person click on that particular close icon which come on the top of that window, then only that game then only that running variable should be false, so that that whole loop get false. That was the whole concept. So how we can do that? So this is the whole concept of game loop. So we need to first create one variable which will be always true, and if that then we will create a one loop using that variable. If any person click on and then we need to handle one event like if any person click on that particular close icon, then running variable should get false and whole loop should be get terminated, so that whole game should be get terminated. This is the whole concept behind the game loop. So we need to create that game loop. So how we can, right? So for to do that, we need to simply type like event for event, because we need to handle one event, right? So we need to capture all the events which will be going to happen on that particular screen. Particular screen means like whatever the screen we have developed, like width and height, using width and height on that screen, whatever the events are happening, like mouse click, keyboard click, keyboard button pushes, or something like any all kind of event that are going to be happen on that screen, that should be captured. So we need a for loop to capture all kind of event, right? So that's why I have used for loop here. For events in that event are in Pygame dot. There should be a one suggestion. Just a second. I don't know the correct name of it. Just a second. I guess event. In event. Yeah. Why it's not coming? Just a second. Just a second. I couldn't able to recognize. Okay, yeah, it's it's event. Pygame dot events dot get. This method, this whole method, get method will give you all kind of event which are available in Pygame. And by using for loop, we are iterating on whole event set, whole event, like whatever the events are in the. Let me print it. Let me print all kind of event which are going to be in pygame.get, so that you can also know what is inside that particular thing. So by using for loop, we are iterating on that whole event set, whole event list. After that, if that event, right, if that event equal to pygame dot, there is a one thing called as quit. Yeah, there is a one thing called as quit. If this event got happened, then what we have to do, we have to make this running variable equal to what? False. Simple, right? We have to make running variable false, so that we can terminate whole that loop. And after coming outside that loop, we have to terminate whole game, right? So for to terminate a whole game, we need to just type pygame.quit. Yeah, pygame.quit and sys.exit. So for to clean all the stuffs which are present in system. So these are the whole set of lines. By using this, we can create a game loop. These are some sort of lines to create a game loop. So let's run that. Now you will see like that game window. Okay, why it's closing? I guess I didn't save that. Yeah, I think now it will be done fine. As you can see, here is some stuff is getting printed. Empty, 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 empty. As I hovering a mouse over it, there is something is going to be written right here. You can see it's capturing all the events which are going to be happen in that particular window. If I click on close, then there is a one event called as quit, which will be going to triggered. Why it's not closing? I have done wrong some. Yeah, it's absolutely correct. So okay, got it. So there is a one issue like event.type. We want to capture type. If that type is equal to quit, then we have to do running equals to false. Then only it will happen, right? So yeah, this was the whole stuff. Right now, let's see if I click on that close icon, then definitely that event get triggered and running loop will be get false, and we come out of the game loop and system will be get closed. So this is the whole stuff to create a game loop, and I hope you understand what is the events and whatever the things like variables and all stuffs, and what is the meaning of game loop, how to create it. So this is the simplest game loop, and further we are going to extend it for our game. There are some more variables. Let's initialize that variables also. There are variables like scores, circles. Let's initialize all kind of variables so that in next process we not need to initialize that, right? In next part we don't need to initialize that. So there is a font, there is a more font variables, like we need a font from Pygame. So we need to type like Pygame dot why it's not coming suggestions, I guess font, Pygame dot font, yeah, font dot font. We need to specify none, name as none, so that you can select any automatically font. Then font size, we need to give font size. That's why we have defined this font size. This is the first font we need. Second font we need as like initial screen font. So initial screen font, I will same stuff I am going to repeat whatever I have written on 35th line. Just I will pass size as initial screen font size. So these are the some two fonts we are going to use in further development, and font creation is done using this line of code, like font pygame dot font and specify if you want any name, specific name, you can give that name here. I don't want any specific name, so that's why I've given none, and just want to you just want to specify one more parameter called as a font size, which will define your how your font will be big or small. So this much thing for fonts. Yeah, we are done with fonts. Now we need some variables like speed control variables. Speed control. Okay, speed control variables. So these variables are interval. We need variable name called as interval. Let's set it as 800. I will let you know what interval means in next video. Thing we need like last interval. What we need last interval. I will let you know what they are meanings, what they are mean in whole games. So these are the two variables which are we gonna use for to control a speed of particular balloons, placing of balloons. So we need these two variables for to control speeds. Next we need circles to store all the circles which we are going to draw using Pygame module, which will be going to store in that circle list. So I think spelling is wrong. Yeah, circles. Then circle radius, because we need to create a circle, we need definitely a radius. It will be going to 20. You can change it as you want. Okay, so I have specified as 20 radius. Next we need variables called as scores and lives. This will be depicting our score and lives, like as you have seen in demo. In top of that game screen we have two things: score, lives and high score. For to do that things we need a variable, so to store whatever the scores person scores or whatever the lives he lose while playing that game. So for to do that we need this variable. Score will be initially 0. Yeah, you definitely know score will be initially 0. Lives will be initially 5. If any person, if they hits that balloon, then life will be get decreased by 1. We will be going to see that in next video. So till then, yeah, just define these variables. Then we need score position x. I will let you know all these variable meanings in that particular video where they are going to use. So till then, uh, I must suggest like you can explore about what they are meaning. So till then you can explore. So this variable is width minus 4.8 into font size. Okay. Let's assume you have a one window. Like let's assume this is the window. Okay. If you want to place anything in that window, we need a coordinate, right? If you want to place this play icon, you need a coordinate where to place it. So for to do that, same thing is happening here. Like if I want to place score or lives fonts, then I need x and y coordinate where I have to place it. So for that I have created score position x, means x coordinate of score. Okay, got it? I hope now it makes sense for you also. Score position y, it's y coordinate, and it will be 20. So these are the, now we need lives coordinate, lives position x comma lives position y equal to width minus 4.8 into font size. Okay, comma. So that what the syntax means, whatever the value whatever the value comes from this evaluation, it will be going to store in live position x, then comma, whatever the thing I am writing after that, it will be going to store in live position y. Okay, so score position y plus 20 win. I will let you know why I'm giving this value like that. I will let you know in further development. So be patient. So we need next variables like high score. Okay, high score. For to store high score, we need a high score variable. Okay, high score starts from 0, obviously. Then high score position x, same as above, position x. High score position y, high score position y. Just same syntax what which we have already done, like 4.8 into, yeah, something 4.8 into font size, whatever the font size is, and comma, score position y plus 156. Okay, so this is the steps we need to do for score. Then we need some circles. Circles are for what? For to create a balloons. So we need the area where to do where to display that circle. So we are going to define now area for displaying circles. So here are the variables for two areas, for area to display the circle. Circle underscore display underscore area underscore x1. So this is the circle area. I will give x2. Actually, area will be in the form of rectangle. That's why I am given x1, x2. So you will be getting in particular. You will be getting this whole thing in next part. Okay. So be patient. Width minus x1, and the next is circle display area y1 is equals to 100 divided 100. Circle display area y2 is equals to height minus circle display area y1. I will let you know why I am giving this variable like this, why I am assigning these values to it. I will let you know, so don't worry about it. Then we need buttons. I'm giving the name as buttons, btns. Start button, we need start button. So start button will have some width, so we will give the variable name as start button width. Then start button height will be 35. Then start button x coordinate will be width minus start button width low division divided by 2 minus 13. Why I am doing this? This you will be going to know while I am using this variable. So I will be not going to tell you right now. So next variables are like we need start button y, start button x, start button y coordinate. This is same as above, height minus start button height, floor division 2 minus 10. Oh, actually plus 10. Okay. Then we need quit button. So I'm copying this whole stuff. Okay. Just rename it as quit. And we need to change some parameters like, okay, we just need to multiply 1.5, add 1.5 and multiply it by quit button height. So this is are the steps we need to do. So we need one more parameters like, yeah, we need one more variables like start position x, start text screen parameters. We need, let's give as name as screen parameters, screen variables. It's actually not a screen variables. It's font variables. Yeah, I have initialized font variables right here is that. So we need a font variable like start. Where is that? Font. Yeah, we need one start. It will be going to control one thing like as you've seen, there are two windows. One is start window and one is gameplay window. Start going to control that thing. If start is false, then we are going to see that game window means balloons are going to display. When the start is true, then okay, when the start is true, then only we are going to see that balloons wala window. And when the start is false, then we are going to see that start and end wala window. Okay, so this is the stuff. So next, we need start position, start position, start text position. Actually, start text position x, comma, actually comma, start text position y, text position y. So these are the coordinates for that start font. There is a start form I have declared already. Where is that font? I have not declared. Circle, high score, nice. Okay. Actually, these are the position for that button, like start button and end button. These are the some position for start and end button. So I will name that variables like start and end variables, start and end variables. Okay. The position for them are like width divided by 2, width floor division by 2 minus initial screen font size, comma, height minus height floor division 2. So this is that variable. Next we need end. We'll just copy this thing. We will going to copy this thing. Just name it as end text position x and y. And for end button, we are giving the positions. So position will be like width divided by 2 minus initial screen font size, comma, height, plus just we need to add some more stuff like initial font size, screen font size. So we are done with all the variables right now. So these was variables we are needed to develop whole game. I hope you understood all the concepts like game loop, where the game loop or why the game loop is important to develop any game, and we have initialized all the variable. I think you also understood how to create a colors in that Pygame, and I hope you also right now you are now able. I hope you are right now in the position to create any type of game, not any type of game, but you are now at a position to start with to start with the development of a game. So I hope this video will be going to very beginner friendly. So that's it for the video. We will be going to see next part of it in next video, which is nothing but creating a balloons. Uh, that will be the next part of the current video. So yeah, fine. Thank you. We will be going to meet in next video. Bye.